not a vampire, not an alien, I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Greetings, Goblin Nation! Welcome to the review of, well, this time it's a movie. And this time, we're doing Slender Man after so many years. I finally went to it. I finally, get my head on and let's watch it. Because I did! And I want to say, this movie is kind of like, meh, kind of thing. It's a fine movie. It's not over the top awesome. It's also not like the worst thing I ever seen. I've seen worse movies than this. But I would have done it way differently than this guy at this kind of thing. So Slender Man was this big meme thing. Everybody photoshopped him. Everybody kind of thing was like this big. It's like now Siren Head is. Siren Head should so be a movie before it's too late. Before it's too late. Or you can do it really well. Like spend really lots of money on it, make it just a masterpiece. But this one is not a masterpiece. This one is far from that. Far from a masterpiece. Yes. Anyway, so it begins. Slender Man begins with 4 teenagers kind of thing, having this one evening that they're gonna summon Slender Man. It's like, the boys do it! We're the girls, we're gonna do this too. We're watching a movie. It's like the Ring kind of thing. You watch a movie and a couple kind of time you die or go insane or kind of thing. There's something gonna be happening. So that's what you get. The first one gets kidnapped directly. You don't know how. You don't know kind of thing. But he gets kidnapped. She gets kidnapped. Now the friends are like, why is he missing? Well, then it's like, okay, we need to sacrifice. It's because of this movie. We need to sacrifice. We need a sacrifice. And we're gonna do the sacrifice. So they do the sacrifice. This sacrifice with their every big giant kind of thing. And they do the sacrifice, have their the best things, their favorite things, blindfold themselves, and that's how they think it should do. But it didn't! It didn't happen, no. It didn't work, even though blindfold one went far like, fuck this bitch, I'm out, like run away. Run, boy! Run! She run away and never kind of thing. And eventually she finds again. It's like, what? It was nothing. It was nothing. I was just scared of it. I was just getting scared of this world. And I run my ass off. I cannot take it. I cannot take it anymore. I needed to kind of thing, so I run and run. So that's kind of thing. But there's a but. After that, she kind of didn't say, but there's this one girl that didn't go. That's when the same. This was like my favorite moment. She was at a bookstore. She was at a library trying to find more out about this kind of thing. Now her friends doesn't believe her anymore. So friends are like, you should move out kind of thing. They're like, yes, alright. But it's not because of that video. It's not because of that video. It would never be because of that video. We're not in the Ring movie. We're not there! Kind of thing. That doesn't exist. So, what did she do? So in the bookstore, this is what my favorite moment when she tries to find it, but her phone starts ringing. I feel like you could have done it like, okay, let's do electric, a little bit of electric also on our screen. On our screen also give this fourth wall break. Let's not break the fourth wall. Let's go insanely insane. Let's keep us a little bit like, holy shit, is this our TV or is this the kind? We don't know. So they kind of tried this, and she tries to run. She then starts seeing Slender Man, like the guy, big guy, kind of thing. Walking, and she's like, I need to run. So she runs away. She runs and shit kind of thing. But doesn't work. The Slender Man is everywhere. Everybody goes till he finally grabs you with his long arm, a kind of thing, making her scream. And then her face disappeared. And then it was like, now this is a good concept. This should be the way he kills, kind of thing. Her face off. I feel like that's how you should do it. That's how you do that scene. That one scene of her face. That should be the killing thing. That they end up all faceless. Like that should be the ending of that. Like having no face, just being dead, kind of thing with no face. But instead, she wakes up from that nightmare. That's kind of a Freddy Krueger kind of thing going on, and it's like, what the hell? I just I guess like, oh, nothing happened. Okay, nothing happened. So she's going insane. I love that scene. That scene was like brilliant. That scene should be the way they kill a kind of thing. If it's in the woods, if it's doesn't matter. This is the way you should kill it. Kind of thing with the face that she become more insane and insane. She tries to go to her friends, kind of thing, but she kind of eventually died. I don't remember how, but she died. The other friend is still alive. Now there are only 2 friends. Her sister gets somehow, and I find out the crazy one that's starting to say, it's like, let's go, kind of, but she didn't know really. Now she is like mad that her sister is now in a hospital because of her. She goes running to her. It's like, what the hell have you done? And it's like, I didn't know. I wish I'd known, but I didn't know. I didn't know all this kind of thing. The girl we were talking about, she's actually insane. She's in a mental hospital. She is driven insane. I know, kind of thing. And we were talking about her, and that's not good. This was all Slender Man's kind of thing. All Slender Man's, but he wants us kind of thing. And then then you see on your phone, Slender Man coming closer and closer and closer, going through the walls, kind of thing, and eventually, and then he disappears. And then from behind a tree, grabs the girl, throws her out of it, and to never be found. Now there's only one girl, the girl that has our sister in the hospital. She's like, I cannot take this anymore. Take me. She goes to the woods. She drives through the woods. She's like, I'm not gonna go this way. I'm not gonna go that way. You want somebody? Take me, grab me, kind of thing. Let my sister go. Let my sister go, please, kind of thing. So she like, and then it's like, yeah, no, kind of thing. Tentacles comes out of his back. He starts grabbing like a spider. I'm like, huh? Where did we see that go? And the bad guy being a spider kind of creature. Oh yes, it's chapter 2 for Baby Per Slice. Yeah, that's why. I feel like, could you not have just tentacles coming out of it? Didn't need to be those spider legs kind of thing. I feel like tentacles would be a way better thing. We already had spider legs kind of thing going on. But she gets scared, runs away, tries to kind of runs like, did you not want to be kidnapped? Why are you running? So she keeps running, and then it happens. Eventually, the thing disappears. A tentacle kind of thing, but these are not tentacles. Are 3 branches. Take her, grabs her, and she becomes one with the tree. I'm like, not the way I would have done it, but you know. And then it gets explained how kind of thing. The way everything goes is giving this girl now that's grown up, the girl that survived all of this. All the stories, all the Photoshop. That's how he gets your fear. That's how it gets you. But like with everything, those things disappear. Slender Man is not some big thing anymore. Slender Man is pretty much dead. Now it's Siren Head. Now it's that kind of guy. So Slender Man is kind of not dead because of our thing. I mean, he was like a creepy pasta kind of thing that disappeared. Like anyone else, it disappeared. And did I like the movie? Well, because this is pretty much it. Everybody died except the child kind of thing. The friends that were stupid enough to summon them kind of thing. But this happens a lot, and some people are in real life. Nobody cares to do that because it's stupid. And even if you do it, it's real life. Nothing gonna happen. It's gonna be boring. You're in real life, man. Wake up. Nothing like that exists. There's no bloody Mary kind of thing going on. There's no Slender Man kind of going on. There's no other stuff, creepy things going on that you can summon. Those things don't exist. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they do. I mean, you know, somewhere down the line, something must have happened that started it all. Something very kind of thing that started it all. The beginning of everything. Anyway, so yeah, Slender Man is like an 8 out of 10. It was 9, maybe a 7 and 8 kind of thing. It's like that 7.8. It's not really an 8 kind of thing, worthy, but it had some cool moments in it. Like I would have done it. Let's now say how I would have done it. How would I have done it? So you ask. Well, thanks for asking. Thanks for asking the Twisted Goblin for how I would done it. Kind of thing. Now let's say I would have those kind of thing. Teenagers having like not together kind of thing, but like having going to the woods. They won't be camping. They would not even be in there. Let's go camping in the woods. You know, everybody loves that. Like camping in the woods. That's the beginning kind of thing. They have their phones because we're in 2020 kind of thing. Everybody has phones. Everybody has fun, so you're gonna have fun. You have like one of for sun energy kind of thing because it's the woods. You're not gonna have electric kind of thing, but you have those battery packs that can have with sun energy. So that's great. That's the nicest thing you can have. So you're all there. Yeah, four teenagers are there, and they kind of are first like, yeah, just joking, and then they're on the campfire telling scary stories. Because that's what you do, and that's kind of certainly when you're bored and have nothing else to do, you start scared. Maybe they're funny joking. I would have like this funny story going on, and then there are somebody's like, hey, let's scare your parents off. Let's scare your parents off. There is this guy on the kind of thing in the creepy woods. I mean, lots of horror movies have done stories in the woods, that kind of thing. But for this one, I feel like let's do it in the woods outside, and kind of thing. There is this abandoned kind of thing where there is a guy that's that got left to the altar. I'm making my own spin on this kind of thing. Like he's left on the altar, kind of thing. He wanted to marry her perfect girl into the woods, having children with it, kind of thing. He had this dream alive, but her love didn't want that. Her love went away, and he kept waiting in the woods in a cabin where he was gonna marry this girl. But this girl didn't want that anymore, so he kept waiting and waiting. And died there at the camping. He died, never having kids, never having the dream love that he really because her girlfriend just left her on the altar. His anger, his rage on the thing, not having kids, not having those kind of things. He waited till he didn't wait anymore, till he died there. He died, and now he wants kids. He still wants. Kind of thing. So anybody that came to this woods, would be driven insane like he was. He's driven insane. He wanted kids. He wanted this perfect life. He wanted a wife. He wanted kids, but he never got them because in the woods, because the girl of his never came, and even though he waited so long. He died from hunger. He died from insanity of waiting there, being disappointed of never knowing, is she gonna come? Is she gonna come? Did she get lost? She gonna come? He didn't know. He could not know. This was his dream came. This was the kind of thing. So he died. He got driven insane. Is his face not good enough? He starts doubting himself. He starts doubting how the hell, and he starts carving his face out because maybe his face was the reason. Maybe his face was not beautiful enough, and he carved his face out, and he had no face anymore. And in the mirror, with a piece of a mirror, he got his whole face off, kind of thing, and kind of thing with no face at all. With no face anymore, kind of thing. Now, even though it grew back, it was always a faceless face. He's that kind of thing. He was big, giant even for a man that could not be loved, and the one eventually being loved. Nobody can. So the now he creeps on the woods. He creeps around the woods, wanting teenagers, children. Kidnapping children for his kind of thing. But everybody that stares at its face, yeah, it becomes, well, gets insane. And so those children, that's what would be the story. And then those children kind of is like, this is creepy. They're gonna try to get wood because you need wood for the fire the next day. So they try to get wood, but then they say this abandoned cabin. They go into it and it seems all like the story. All like the story that just been told. Kind of thing. This story, this creepypasta, this story that's been told. They're gonna go there. They get there. They see every like the piece, the kind of things, the pictures. And all their faces are crashed out, kind of thing. It's creepy, but you know, it's a creepy bandit. Maybe the guy that just told got them to there. So like, this was all his plan. This is funny, man. Funny, Bob. That was funny, Bob. Really funny. So they come back. Then they kind of thing. They're trying to, but the way back was a little bit. They got a little bit lost. Like, how they come, and then the dark shows up, the darkness of the kind of thing that they cannot get to the woods and back to their place, because the woods is very, very easy to be abandoned by, very easy if you're not in time. He got lost in this cabin searching for this thing, getting creeped out, and then when he came out, it was dark, and he tries to run away. But never able to do. And then the Slender Man shows up, creeping around, kind of thing. Eventually there is a fire. It's like, maybe my friends did it, kind of thing. He gets there and sees other children that have been missing for longer. He doesn't know that there's other kind of thing. But those children stand, kind of thing, with no face. They have no face at all! Her face that creeps her out. She runs even farther, kind of thing, till she falls and driven more insane as she sees more creepy things happening there, and a Slender Man is haunting her, kind of thing, till eventually she dies. That's just the first kill. Like, the other three, they stick together. The other three stick together. This would be the first cat, kind of thing. Her face, kind of thing. And then they try. The other ones get lured, kind of thing. The other ones get lured by her, kind of thing. Her voice into woods, kind of thing. And those three kind of time thing, and finds the cabin. Also, sees her friend there standing, kind of thing, just standing there, being controlled, like this tentacle on her back, kind of thing. They don't know what that is, but she's just standing there and saying welcome. And then then they look at the tentacle, see that they go out the house. They follow the tentacle and see Slender Man, kind of thing, with the tentacle out of it, from back, kind of thing. And then the girl goes back, kind of thing. And then the girl goes, kind of thing, with still the tentacle, kind of thing. And then it's like, join our family! Join our family! Join it! Kind of thing. And then they run as hell, getting split up, get killed by one, till one only gets left behind. And the whole family, kind of thing. She is driven insane, the only one that survives goes out the woods, finally out the woods, and then kind of thing, she is the only one that survived, but nobody believes her. Nobody believes kind of thing, kind of thing, and eventually she's the one that survives. The one that survives all but driven insane. Trying to explain the Slender Man story, keeps on telling it over and over. People with no faces want the Slender Man controlling them like puppets, kind of thing, with no face at all. Want to join her family, till eventually at the end credits, kind of thing, she's in an asylum, and then it's like starts ripping her own face off. Like, the only way forward is to join her family. Kind of to join his family, and it's like with a knife she does her face off, and that would be the kind of thing after the end credits kind of thing, the credit scene kind of thing. And that's why I dance. That's what I would have done, kind of thing. I think, well, sure, either a little bit more character kind of thing, more emotional with the 4 people. I think maybe even grown up, or kind of the wife, having the mother becoming the wife kind of thing phase. This would, if like this little presentation, like this is how I would do it. This is how I would have done it. I could hear a little bit more character creation, like hear a little bit more backstory about those people himself. But for the rest, the plot of it, that would be the plot kind of thing. What's your thoughts about it? Do you guys like mine? Or you're like, nah, that's not even a 7, that's a 6. Let me know what's your thoughts about my kind of side. You guys think it's better than Slender Man the movie? You think my version of Slender, the twisted cut, or the Goblin cut of Slender Man? What are your thoughts about it? You guys like mine more, or you guys like the Slender Man more? Let me know what's your guy, or you guys have your own version. Let me know yours. Let me know all of it. Maybe if you like this kind of my cut version, maybe I'm doing Siren Head before the Siren Head version comes out. Because, you know, eventually they will maybe do it, even though the Slender Man didn't do so well. So it's like, maybe we should not go through the creepypasta kind of thing. Maybe we should just leave. Either way, if you want to see my version of other things, let me know down below. I am the Twisted Goblin, and I hope you guys love this review of Slender Man. And mine, my cut, I give it 10 out of 10. Omega 10. I mean, it's my version, so I always like, hey, this is mine. I'm sure the guy that made this is like, this is a masterpiece. It probably isn't. I would not call it a masterpiece at all. But either way, hope you still enjoyed this review of Slender Man and my cut, my version of it. Either way, goodbye, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!
And then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.